You got triggered. So here's what we know at Warrior.
This is Warrior X Talks, where you will witness those who have lived the warrior's way live. And during these episodes,
you'll understand.
This is a brotherhood.
What is a man?
We get paid. This is a brotherhood.
I've been trained by some of the best men in the world, real mentors.
Why does this trigger you?
I don't know. I think it's tough for me
Pause.
to see guys go through that.
You don't know. This is our interesting dilemma. We get triggered, we get uncomfortable, and as men, immediately like, that guy. You know how many people said that guy to me before they ended up in Warrior? All of them. So the hard part about triggers, which by the way, I'm super, super proud of you, right? You ran up, I said no, and then you got to deal with that. And now here we are having a conversation in front of everybody.
Not exactly what I was hoping for.
Of course, because when we're triggered, we also like to isolate into a small conversation. See, at Warrior, we don't allow that. Because the problem with going to a therapist is not going to therapy. The problem with going to a therapist is then there's you and one other person who you can be you in front of. But then you walk out of therapy and you still gotta hide all the you're hiding. The reason all this triggers you is because in the military, they trained you not to feel. This is why most special forces, most hardcore military men who come to Warrior wash out in the first 2 weeks of the pre-training to Warrior Week. These same men I could throw out of a plane with a butter knife in the middle of any country and they'd fight their way out, but give them to talk about they've had to go through before they went to the military and when they were in the military and the reason why they're on divorce number 3 and the reason why 22 or more killing themselves every single day, and everybody wants to talk about the problem, but the minute they get triggered by seeing this, which is why it works for a man like you, because this viscerally triggers a decade of your training. It makes you shake. You remember every drill sergeant, every person who's ever gotten in your face, but what's different here is we're not training you to go to war with someone else. We're training you for the very first time to deal with underneath. What you were experiencing was you being exposed. And you just shared parts of it. And so now you're less exposed, which in the beginning feels really uncomfortable. But then you share it in front of 1,000 people. Yeah, take a deep breath. So, question, hearing these things that he shared, what is your first name again, brother?
Willie.
Willie. The first things, these things that Willie shared, how many of you stand up if you feel less about him as a man? Look around. Willie, look around. Okay, now you may not know Willie at all, but having Willie share the facts of his past, both the ugly and the stuff he's proud of, he shared it all in about 90 seconds. Not all of it. I'm confident you and I could sit for 2 weeks and we would just keep pulling new stuff out and we would talk more and more about it. And if we try to do that in 2 weeks, you'd kill yourself. Legitimately. There's a gestational process. Warrior takes time. You don't just dig into the dark and to pull that out, you will kill yourself. Not even in theory, you will kill yourself. I warned one of our strategic partners, I don't go that deep, bro. You have seen some dark military. I said, slow the down. Give yourself a few years with this. He went too deep, too fast, shot himself in the garage. So you're starting down this path. How many of you, knowing what you just know now about him, actually have more respect for him as a man? Stand up. Willie, move to the stage. Willie, move to the stage. Walk all the way down my catwalk to the middle. Okay, stop right there. Don't look at me, look at them. Take your hat off. Gentlemen, when I say move, you will simply say, I see you. Move.
I see you.
Move.
I see you.
Move.
I see you.
Move.
I see you.
When I say move, you will say thank you. Move.
Thank you.
Move.
Thank you.
Move.
Thank you.
Move.
Thank you.
Two clap. Boom. Two clap. Boom. Two clap. Boom.
Thank you, guys.
Stay there. Okay, now what are you feeling?
Overwhelmed is an understatement.
Okay, don't go to comedy. What are you feeling?
A lot of power.
Okay, and that power did not come until you got what? Starts with a T, ends with a rigor.
Triggered.
That should trigger some of you in here. You got triggered. So here's what we know at Warrior. If I talk to you nicely in the language you're used to, you don't get this. So Coach Sam, myself, and the entire team of elite trainers here, some ex-military, some not, professional athletes, some not, some big business, some not. We've all gone through the same. We start to find out. It's crazy. I'll sit down with all the SEALs that we do stuff with Navy SEALs Fund. They look at what I do in business and they're like, I don't know how to do this. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how to take a toothpick and kill 12 people. I don't understand either. And so we sit and recognize across the line that in the end, we're actually all afraid of the same. So Coach Sam and I are willing to say what is required. It took years for us to get to a place where we were comfortable enough with ourselves that we could for a moment say some that would unleash such rage inside of you that you may go to physical violence with us, and we're okay with that. And I've had it. Big men, small men, doesn't matter. But the difference here is we're not here beating you down. We're here opening a door to let you set yourself free. And most of the associations you have do not have the courage to push those buttons, except for your wife. And you've got her locked in a little box because you talk fast and you're smart and you're a guy, and so you're just like this dude who can control your woman. Some of you might be the other way, and I understand that too. So here we're committed to one thing, which is results. We'll do what's required for you to get them. We'll say what's required for you to get them. Political correctness is not our stand. How many of you are very clear of this? Raise your hand. So, go like this, 2 hands, put them up. That's what we feel about political correctness. This is politically correct for us. Some of you are uncomfortable just doing this. Get your fingers up, let's go. If you can't do this, you for having it all. Good luck. This is why I love my super intensely religious people. Because they're like, I'm gonna do what's required. I'm gonna have it all. And then I say or raise your birdies up, and they're like, and I understand it because I used to be that same guy. I was spiritual in my head and disconnected in my heart. Because no matter what happened, I got triggered. So I was only as spiritual as you didn't trigger me. Then you triggered me, I judged the out of you self-righteously as a hypocrite and compelled you to hell because I couldn't handle your darkness because I couldn't handle mine.
Now, if you're listening to this, that means what you just watched resonated with you somehow, some way. And now you want to learn more. So here's what I need you to do. Go to warriorcon4.com right now. Cause when it comes to training married businessmen with children, let me tell you something. We run this, we run it, we run this, we run it, we run this, we run it, we run this motherfucker. You gotta fight every day, every night, for the rest of your life. It's the warrior way. warriorcon4.com. warriorcon4.com. warriorcon4.com.